enjoy him while he's here, folks, because you never know if this will be the last time we see Nate Diaz in the UFC with a fan base really as big as any fighter in the sport. Diaz is back tonight, and we're glad to see him.
Stockton, stand up. This guy has a cult following. He is one of the most interesting guys in the UFC because he has this sense that he really doesn't care to be here, but he also doesn't feel as comfortable anywhere but in the octagon. So it's a love-hate relationship with fighting for Nate Diaz. When he's happiest, when he's best, he's fighting in the UFC, a guy that boxes. Unbelievable, but I think it's the attitude of Nate Diaz that has made him into one of the biggest stars that we've ever seen in the octagon.
He had a couple of life-changing paydays against Conor McGregor, the win at UFC 196, the majority decision loss at UFC 202.
Which to this day he says he won, right?
He thinks he won that fight. But one thing goes without saying, and I'll say it anyway, when Nate Diaz fights, the world is watching, and that is the case yet again here tonight. All right, so here is Dastin Porьye making the walk for yet another big UFC spot here tonight. UFC 236 was his coming out party, DC. He ended Max Holloway's 13-fight winning streak, and in a near-perfect performance in a lot of respects, was able to realize a UFC interim lightweight.
They say diamonds are forever, and so is Dastin Porьye. It seems like he's been here the whole time. We've seen this young man grow up in the UFC. We saw him at 145 pounds have a ton of success, but we've truly seen him come into his own as he's going up to lightweight. He's become a UFC interim champion, and he's beaten guys like Eddie Alvarez, Justin Gaethje, and Max Holloway. One of the best fighters at 155 is Dastin Porьye.
And with Dastin Porьye and Daniel Cormier, safe to say that Lafayette, Louisiana has made a pretty good UFC footprint over the last few years.
I love it.
Dastin Porьye back on the proving ground here tonight. And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight scrap. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Dastin the Diamond Porьye!
One of the best in the business, Herb Dean, is our referee tonight. All right, so here's Dastin Porьye as round one gets underway. He said in advance of this one, this is not a street fight. I've got to stay unemotional and not just try to hurt him. I got to be defensively responsible. Easier said than done for a fighter as gifted offensively as Dastin Porьye. Oh, beautiful jab there. It's one thing to have length, of course, it's another to use it effectively. Beautiful job with that shot. Right early in the fight here, and Nate Diaz off to a pretty good start, found a home for that left hand.
I mean, and it's powerful. It does not seem like Nate is throwing it hard, but he always finds his target. He's very accurate with that straight left hand, so he kind of feeds the right hand to get you moving where he wants, and then bang, he drops that straight left on you that hurts so many. Hurt Conor McGregor, and he hurt the welterweight champion, Leon Edwards, in the same way.
Both fighters throwing heat now. Misses again with a right punch. Oh, that's a good knee to the body there by Diaz. Well, DC, headgear's not allowed, but he has raised the hands, and he's doing a nice job protecting the dome.
He's doing a great job of blocking his head. A lot of times, those shots to the head will knock you out. Not this time. This guy's making sure nothing lands.
Oh, well done moving the head there to slip that left hand. Well, he misses with the left punch there.
And now some separation.
Well, now if you're the opponent, you really got to be careful as Diaz is able to find a home for that right hand yet again.
When Diaz starts landing the right hand, you have got to stay firm. You have got to dig your heels in the ground and say, no way you're going to just run me over. Easier said than done when you're facing Nathan Diaz. good job putting himself in position. Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger. Beautiful transition.
Diaz is back in full mount, making all these shots count.
Let's go. Get that fist control.
Postures up now and lands a vicious head strike. And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. Poirier's in half guard. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
Oh, he's got the choke.
That Darce choke is tight.
Oh, that's in, that's in.
Nice work, guys.
Oh, he cleared it and he got out.
He cleared the leg, got to his back, and now he's out of that Darce choke.
What a fight so far.
Listen, he can't take a punch, man. Do some dirty boxing or whatever. He can't take a punch.
All right, DC, let's look at some of the highlights from the last round. Lot for the replay guys to choose from.
Yeah, man, these guys stood on a quarter in the middle of the octagon. Take one to give one. Over and over, each guy landed, and they both landed very well over the course of that first round.
All right, here we go. Round two, folks. Dastin Porьye versus
Good.
Neyt Diaz. Man, how good is that jab from Neyt Diaz? Almost as if he's been doing it for 20 years, right?
I mean, he has been doing it. You know, he's got a great boxing. Wow. He's hurt so bad. He's got to find safety. Find a way that you can recover.
Oh, he lands a massive kick here.
He's mixing up his target. He's throwing kicks. He's throwing punches.
Well, he's always working off of that jab. Nice jab there by Diaz. There's a left hand from Diaz. Oh! Massive left hand. Holding on to him here, not really doing too much, perhaps just looking to recover. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Poirier's pretty swollen now in that jaw area.
Another one!
Under 3 minutes to go in round two. Push kick there to the body.
You know, the kicks do hurt, right? These big body kicks, these high kicks, even though they're getting blocked, they do hurt.
Poirier's strike there is blocked. Nice job by the defense. Well, he's really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive now here and starting to find himself in the pocket. All right, so now we'll see how it goes for Neyt Diaz on the floor. This is a really well-rounded fighter, known in MMA largely as a striker, but he can certainly submit you. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Let's see how he chooses to proceed here off of his bench. Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. All right, setting up the armbar here.
Beautiful setup on that armbar.
Ooh, that's tight. I'd be tight.
It's starting to get really tight in there.
Poirier's head is out.
You need to work on his position.
Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively.
Diaz's cheek looks like it's cut. Yes, it is. Starting to bleed a little bit now. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Third round underway. All right, so here we go. The crowd on its feet as this next round gets underway. You saw in the previous round, both fighters got rocked. I don't think the scorecards are going to be needed for this one.
No, the scorecard will not be needed. If we continue to fight as we did in the previous round, somebody is going to sleep.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent. Great upper body movement defensively, slips another strike there, and offensively, he hasn't been a world beater, but defensively, he's been strong tonight.
And that has to cause frustration for the opponent. Not being able to hit a guy that you want to really put away. But that's a testament to the head movement and the activity and the awareness of this fighter defensively.
76 total strikes have landed for Nate Diaz. Well, misses on 60% of the strikes, landing with just 40% accuracy against Dastин Porье. Oh!
He's hurt. He's wobbling.
Bruce Buffer inside the octagon with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 11 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout, Dastin the Diamond Porье.
All right, so just as he had articulated in our fighter meeting, Dastin Porьe wanted to get aggressive tonight, and certainly that approach produces the desired result as he wins by knockout.
That aggression paid off. He was able to go out there and take some chances, take some risks.